Okay, so hi guys, and today I'm going to be doing another Python video. Now this is going to be on a higher end Python topic, which is called object-oriented programming. Now the way object-oriented programming works is through creating different classes and then methods within those classes and objects. So I'm going to get started with showing you how to create a class. So you can think of a class as like a blueprint for creating objects. And so how you create a class is just start with this word class, and I'm going to call my class dog, okay? And then inside this class dog, we have to have an initialization method, which how we do that is def and then this, and it takes a self. It has to take a self parameter. Okay, and now we can also have other parameters that this method could take. So I'm gonna have it take a self.name parameter, and I'm gonna have that equal to name, and I'm gonna have it take a self.age parameter, and I'm gonna set that equal to age. And then up here where we have self, we need to put in name and age. Okay. And then we can create other methods inside of this dog class. So I'm going to start with creating a method called speak, and I'm going to take self, and this method is just going to print out we're just going to have this print out the name and the age. So we'll just print sorry, my bad. I'll print my name is, and then we'll have self.name, and I'll do I want a little space before that. I am, can't type, sorry about that. And I'll have the self.age right there. Okay. Now, how we can create so if I said before, this class is like a blueprint. These are instructions that can be used for creating an instance of this class. So like we can fill out many different one of these to create different instances. This is like these are like, if the blueprint thing didn't make sense, these are like guides or instructions for creating a dog. And okay, so now that I have this class defined, we can actually create individual instances of our dog. So I'm gonna create a dog called Bob, and I have to call it a dog. Now, we give it a name and an age. So I'm gonna give my dog the name Bob, and I'm gonna give it the age 2. Okay. Now, if I want to call the speak method that is inside the dog class, what I have to say is bob.speak. So now when I run this, okay, it calls that speak method, and it says, I am Bob. My name is Bob. I am 2. That's right what I have in that method. So now let's create another dog, and let's call it Fred. And we can say dog Fred, and Fred is going to be a year old. And again, we can call that exact same speak method, only now we can say Fred.speak. And let's run this real quick. My name is Fred. I am 1. So if you guys can't tell, it's just filling out Fred and Bob in this class that we have. So now what's really cool about this is we can have as many different, these are called instances of a class. We can have multiple different instances. So if we're thinking about this as like a blueprint, let's say this is like a blueprint for a house. That's the blueprint, and we can create infinite number of possibilities of houses from that blueprint. Okay, so now let's say we want to create another class, and we'll call this, or how about I create another method in here. So we already have speak. Let's say we want to have a bark method, and we'll call this def bark, and it has to take a self. Now for this, why don't we just say print bark? Okay, now we can call bob.bark and bark. Now when we call fred.bark, it's going to be the exact same thing. It should give us the exact same output, because this method for both of these things is the exact same thing. It doesn't take a name or a age. And yeah, it says bark again. Okay, so now I'm going to create another class, and we're going to call this class cat. And we're going to say we have to have the same initialization function, self. And let's say this time we want it to be a name, age, color, I don't know, height. Cool. Okay, so I'll do again. Self.name equals name, self.age equals age. I can't spell self. And then this one again, self.color equals color, and self.height equals height. Okay, and now we'll just have, I'll say def, I don't know, what am I gonna call this method? I'll just call this cats. Okay, and we'll just, or let's say I want to have, we'll do another speak. We'll call this speak, and it can take a self, a name, and an age. Let's say we want to have the exact same method that we have earlier, and we'll just say the exact same thing. Oh, this can just be a self. It doesn't have to take those things, my bad. And we can just, I'm just gonna go up here and copy and paste I have, and paste it down there, and then I'll do another method, and I'll call this, just call this cat, have it take a self, and we'll just print, if I could spell, and we'll just have it print our self.color and self.height. Okay, so now let's say I want to make a cat. Okay, so I'm gonna say, I don't know, Joe. Yeah, I'll just look that up. Joe equals cat, and then we have to give it a name. Our name is gonna be Joe. Our age, let's say Joe's 2. His color, I don't know, we'll say he's red. Are there even red cats? Probably not. And we'll say his height, we'll just say 3. Okay, and then we'll call Joe.cat, and we'll call Joe.speak. And let's just run this. Cat, bark, he's red, and I just didn't print out any words, but we got, I just called the cat, so we got red 3, and then he says, my name is Joe, and I am 2. So, in case you didn't notice, I used the exact same speak method in my dog class that I used in my cat class. Now, for now, it might seem like, oh, it's okay to just copy and paste code into there. Nope, it's not. You should, if you're copying pasting code, you're doing something wrong. Okay, so basically, if we had a bunch, let's say if we had a bunch of methods in this dog class, and we want to have all those exact same methods in their cat class, that would not be a great way to do it. So instead, inside of this cat class, we can inherit all of the properties in the dog class. So this is actually pretty easy. So right here, where it says cat, we just put in the class that we want to inherit the properties from, which is dog. And we can delete this, I'll just delete the name and age right here. And now what I have to do is this super keyword, because it's this class is technically considered to be the super class since we're inheriting from that class. So, and then this init again, and since we are doing the name and the age, the name and the age, okay. Now, oh, we do need up here to say, name, age, okay. There we go. Okay, so now that we have that, we can go down here, and where I have this, speak method, I'm pretty sure I can just delete that method. And again, let's run this again, still calling joe.speak. Okay, and it still says, I guess I'll delete this and do it again to maybe prove a better point for you guys. Joe.speak. Okay, we are still able to call our methods in here and access all of the things that are in our dog class. Okay. So hopefully after watching this video, you understand a little bit more about object-oriented programming and inheritance. And that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching.